Hello, everybody. How are you doing? I'm Becky,
And I'm Larry.
and we're delighted to be here with you today to share with you about the power of wellness consults. They're also referred to as lifestyle overviews, and they're so important to do them. So, we're going to go through and do a deep dive in why this is really impactful. And as a leader, you may have enrolled some people in the past, and you may have never done a wellness consult, or you may have been a person who enrolled and never had one given to you. And so, if that is the case, reach out to me. We'll be happy to review all these things and do a lifestyle overview with you and go over all these great ways to use the oils. So, today, what we're going to cover is we're going to create a plan for wellness. So, basically, when we're doing a lifestyle overview, there's going to be several different conversations I'm having in this video. The first conversation is I'm talking to you as a leader and how to speak to your new enrollments and do a lifestyle overview and why. And also, I'm going to be talking to you as a person receiving the wellness consult so that you can get an idea of what it feels like to have that and the information that we go over. So doTERRA is always, giving us all these new products and new things. So this is a brand new PowerPoint that I came up with. Added the new products in there and just a few other things. So when we're talking to people, we're going to discuss with them how to use the oils, review the website and how to set up the loyalty reward program and template. And we're going to show people how to get free products and discounts by using the LRP program. We're going to show you different resources that you can put on your phone and different books you can purchase. We're going to talk about ongoing education and training and programs and things that you can take advantage of. And we're going to empower your friends and family, give you an opportunity to share and learn how to share with the oils. And then we're always going to, after the call, after we do this wellness consult, we always like to go through and set up another appointment and do some follow-ups with you. So there are 8 parts to the wellness consult. First, we're going to congratulate people, ask them what's going on, and the key point here is to listen to what is needing to be said. What are they, what's going on in their life, what are the issues that they're dealing with. Then we're going to really connect with them with these resources because sometimes when people are talking about health issues, you are not a doctor, and it's really important for you to be able to help people understand where they can look up the resources themselves and they can do a deep dive and breaking it apart and seeing what really different aspects and root causes could be for that wellness issue that they're dealing with. The LRP template, we're going to show them how to place orders. We're going to show them lots of things in the back office, including how to enroll somebody and then set up a class. Okay, so understand why an LRP is so important. Loyalty reward programs really powerful. This is where going through and ordering every month, you will receive deeper discounts, and there's a lot to it. And the biggest thing as a business builder is that the business is wrapped around the loyalty reward program. Not only does your customer receive different discounts, but this is a different way that you can earn different bonuses inside the program through the LRP PV points. PV stands for product value points. And so it's really important to be able to help people understand the value of the LRP program for them as a customer to be able to get those oils at a deeper discount, and I'm going from there. Now, a lot of reasons, and I'm talking to you as a builder, a lot of reasons why people don't set up a loyalty reward template is maybe you just sign them up over the phone and never followed up with them. I'm guilty of that. And I will have people just sign up on my account and I didn't even notice or something. So there's lots of things that can happen and they just don't even know about it. So it's really important to share with people all the benefits of the loyalty reward program. Maybe they don't know how to use the oil, so they got their first kit and it's sitting at home on a shelf, and they maybe, I mean, it's shocking, shocking how many people never even opened up the bottles? And so, gosh dang, people spend a lot of money on these oils. I want to make sure they're using them. They have health issues. I want to make sure that they know how to use them on a day-to-day basis. They don't know what to get because they don't know what they need and which oils will support their wellness goals. So this is part two. Maybe they ordered particular oils because they were inspired at a class and then they didn't know how to use those. And then maybe the next LRP template, they just don't know what they need. And so it's really important to show them these resources and things like that. Maybe they don't clearly understand the loyalty reward program, and it is a little, it's not that it's confusing, it's just that when you're learning so much at a class, it is, it is just one of those things that could be out of sight, out of mind, one of those things that they just don't understand how to set up a template. And a lot of people get scared when it comes to an auto ship. And so when you're going through and doing a lifestyle overview, it's really powerful to share with people all the benefits of the supplements and the products so that they know how to use them on a day-to-day basis, and they're going to need to, they're consumables, right? So they'll need to replenish the supply.
I think that's the important thing. What you said in the previous slide was the 30, 60, 90 days. Walking them through this wellness consult, showing them all this stuff, the how to set up an LRP. And then even when, they may not contact you right after the wellness review, but making a note of that at 30 days to make a point to follow up and call them and say, hey, how's it going? Did you need any help with this? And and then keep writing things down and keeping notes on what they wanted to work on next, or what oil they were hoping to order next, so that you could get that, at that next month. So
Well,
yeah.
I think that what you're saying too, Larry, is that sometimes people are dealing with lots of health issues. And sometimes when you have like overweight, can't sleep at night, heart issues, blah, the list goes on, right? When people start to spiral down with their health. And when you do a loyalty reward template, it's good to pre-plan, like maybe 1 month you're working on focusing on this issue. And then the next month you can add another product to it so that it's one step at a time. Then the next month, maybe add a couple more products so that they can work on their sleep. And then the next month they work on their heart. And so that you're adding these things along the way to be able to bite size, use, understand how to use the oils, and it's all planned out for them. And like Larry was saying too, the loyalty reward template program, you get deeper discounts for ordering every month. If you break that month, so like let's say you skip a month, oh, it's horrible because then all of a sudden it goes back to um, zero. You start over again and you have to regain the volume.
And you may lose the points, the PV points.
Yeah. So what happens, like, if you ordered $100 worth of stuff, it works out to be about $10 back in product credit points. And this, the 4th through 6th month, this ends up being about $15 back. And these points, these value points go into a little bank account on the website, and then you can just redeem them. And so they're saved there. So if you skip a month, they actually disappear.
And you'll miss an opportunity to use those points to get free products.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
definitely dive into that and make sure that you're using those points up. Maybe there's a time where you're traveling, you can't be at home to order something, or there's sometimes reasons that happen. And even if you could just order like a toothpaste to maintain that, that's really powerful. So going through and explaining that to people, I think is really
Yeah,
key.
get
Yeah.
something that you will need every month.
So, when you sign up somebody at a class, or, maybe you're at the grocery store and they say, I want oils or something, you sign them up, whatever, make sure that you do a couple things. So you're going to onboard them, making sure that your customer is taken care of properly. And it's really important to send them a welcome letter with all the different links and things that we're going to go through here today. Welcome them. A lot of people don't get thanked for joining their business. So that's really incredible. So you
Very
want to,
important.
yeah, you want to thank them, and then you want to go through and set them up on an email sequence drip. And doTERRA has an oil drop where you learn about an oil a day. It's really kind of fun so people can kind of get that ongoing education. And then you're going to schedule this wellness consult. This is key. This is what we call the second enrollment. So you spent all this time sampling and following up, getting them to a class, teaching the class, signing them up, and then you drop them? No, you need to do that second enrollment. It's actually probably 10 times more important than all the other stuff that you've done because then they have private time with you. You're able to give them all the details that they need privately for what their wellness concerns are. And you help them on their computer so that they can feel comfortable setting up their template and with their credit card and all that good stuff like that.
So after a good question here is after I enroll somebody, um, should I have them make a point of contacting me when they get their kit?
I usually like to say, as you're signing them up at the class, say, you get a free lifestyle overview from me. So we want to set that up right now so that that way we can plan ahead. And you're not going to want to miss this because it's going to be really valuable. I am investing in you. I really like what this says here. Because you're investing in your health, I want to invest in you and give you some best tips on how to use your new products. I don't want you to ever buy something and not know how to use it. What you need most is to know how to put your products to work so that you can get results you want. Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah,
It's really a nice sample script to tell people, and they feel really valued. I think that makes people feel very
that's
valuable.
excellent.
So our next step is an important one. Let's set up a call for 30 minutes. Now you can do it on the phone, on Zoom. It's best to do it in person.
Mhm.
And sometimes if we're doing like a 90-day run or a fast run where we're signing up a bunch of people at one time, sure, you can do a group wellness consult. It's not as personal, but it actually is a really good step to onboard people properly so they at least know how to place their orders and so forth. So I like this, what this says. I'll go ahead and read it. So our next step is an important one. Let's set up a call for 30 minutes within about 3 days of your product arriving. So you know where you live and you know how fast your products come. Now for us, sometimes it's like in a day or two, it's shocking, and other times it could be a week. So I would just go ahead and plan out a week to 8 days, 10 days maybe at the most, and whatever works in between that time frame. And then that way you can ask them if they want you to meet at their home, or sometimes it's fun to meet at a coffee shop and or on Zoom, whatever works best for you. And then you could say you'll walk away from the call with wellness plan that addresses your top health priorities. Know how to order and receive bonus products and learn how to find solutions anytime. How does that sound? Great. Okay, so I have Wednesday. Always just pick out a time. Like maybe you like to do your wellness consults on Wednesdays, which is kind of a nice thing to always keep in your mind. Wednesdays are wellness consult days. I have 1 o'clock available or Thursday evening after dinner, which is better for you. And then that way you're narrowing down the choices, and people, it will help alleviate the too many choices or too much options or too
Yeah, you
scattered.
don't wanna leave it open too much.
Yeah. So you always want to approach being a solutions provider, and doTERRA has some really great information, and I really liked what this is saying. So as a builder, first the success of this wellness consult really begins with you. You want to be a product of the product, you want to be using the products, you want to grow your belief in the products, and that is because you're using them consistently every day. And I know for me, I have a much better day when I use like 6 different oils after I wake up in the morning. I use my Intune, my balance oil. Of course, I use the shampoo in my hair and the facial product line,
Toothpaste.
the toothpaste. Yeah, I mean, it's like before I even go down the stairways from the bedroom, I have all this stuff that I've already used. And
Facial products and
and if I don't brush my teeth or if I use a different toothpaste, I'm kind of grumpy because I really do truly like these products. And I can tell my focus isn't as well when I don't use my Intune, or I'm a little bit on edge if I'm not using my balance. And this really helps me set up my day. So you're able to talk with experience, just like I did. And Larry, what is your favorite oil?
I think my favorite oil, obviously, is frankincense, and that's an everyday oil for me. Oils that I use when I go to bed are vetiver, lavender, and serenity. So those things will help me get to sleep and help me sleep well at night. And then when I wake up in the morning, obviously it's the On Guard toothpaste that I use first thing, and um, and then I head downstairs and I always like to get a smoothie. I love to put some wild orange in my smoothie, and always get some frankincense and put that on topically, and also put some in a gel cap and take it internally. So along with the lifelong vitality supplements that I take every
Yeah.
morning. So yeah, those are kind of my routine in the morning.
And so when you just shared that, what you're doing is you're sharing with your new customer about what you do, and you're able then to speak with experience and confidence, and then people always end up repeating what you do. Like, "Oh, okay, that sounds like a good plan." And so the more you do, the more you're able to share in those experience levels
Mhm.
to be of influence for your customer to have their goals met. I think it's real
And
important.
it does become a routine because, it's just something I just automatically do now, and I had to think about it like, "Ah, what else do I use every day?" And,
Yeah, I remember put a class together on oils I do on a daily basis, and then after I taught the class, I'm like, "Well, wait, I forgot about this. I do this, I do this." And there's like there's so many things we
yeah,
do just
yeah,
automatically
yeah,
now that
if I
we
sat down here and really just thought about it and wrote it down, it would be many more oils than that.
and I really like this oh shit, I just put it away and I was gonna keep it out and I put it away. It's this oh here it is. It's this
Yeah.
Okay, so what I really like about this book that doTERRA has, it's called the Business Building Guide, and you can download a PDF, or you can purchase one. And it has all these different scripts and tips and stuff like that to be able to talk about offering people the wellness consult. Maybe you have people who have major health issues and you're going to want to schedule a wellness consult every month, or maybe you've had people on your team that not had and never had a wellness consult. Maybe you want to do a follow up every 6 months or something. So these are some really great scripts that you can look at and take advantage of. Um, there are people who are an LRP, never had a wellness consult. There are people who haven't ordered in a while. So maybe you can take advantage of learning on what scripts you can say to people if they haven't ordered in a while. This is a really great way. People just forget, like they get busy. It's just incredible how we get out of habit, like, getting out of habit of exercising or eating healthy or something. We just sneak back into our old habits. And
Yeah,
so,
everybody slips.
yeah, not purchasing, but not on the LRP. So this is a really good one to look at and see on your back office. And LRPs, but credit card not responding. So sometimes people have an expired credit card on there and they didn't realize it. So always keeping an eye on your back office and knowing what to do about that. So these are just some really great scripts. I just wanted to share these with you because I just really think about staying in communication with your customers is all about that second enrollment as well.
Mhm.
So doTERRA's created these wonderful guides, and the lifestyle overview actually is the Live Guide, and that's this product right here. What I like to do if I'm working in person with someone, I like to bring all four of these booklets with me. That doesn't mean you need to leave all four of them behind, but it's kind of nice to have them in a little gift envelope. Gosh, you're spending time with them. I would give them these tools so that they feel comfortable with sharing with people and building as opportunity may exist or come up.
Good
Maybe
overviews, aren't they?
yeah, I remember when Cindy signed me up and she gave me these, and I thought, nah, literature. I'm not going to have time to read it. I was so negative. And, I did end up looking at it when I started to think about, well, wait a minute, I can earn money doing this. And that is the whole point, is being able to plant the seed, get people those materials so that in case they do start to think about it, or maybe they're having really great success using the oils that they have. Like, I think Becky showed me this or something. I'm going to go back and take a look at that. And that's what I did, and I'm not usually a person that does that. So, um, you bring some gifts. I like to bring roller bottles and maybe some so that that way people can kind of get started on using something during the consult. Maybe we work on a special potion for them that's particular to their family's wellness needs.
Yeah, that's such a good thing to get them started off, like you said, because you can make good roller bottles from different oils and stuff, and that's something I learned when we first started doing this. And I have a couple custom roller bottles that I make that I use every day, and one of them was for sleep. It has the vetiver and the serenity in it all at once, and I'll roll that on my neck and the bottom of my feet at night. So um, so it's so important because I would never have not have known that if somebody had not shown me that, and I never knew what a gel cap was, a veggie cap was, and because some of the oils I take internally, the taste of the oil's not so much that to my liking that I might not do it consistently, but putting them in a gel cap makes it simple, makes it easy, and makes it so that I can do it consistently. So, those are simple things to show folks.
Yeah, and I think that I was sharing with another gal the other day about putting frankincense on the roof of her mouth, and she's like, "Oh, I didn't like the flavor." And sometimes just getting it in people is better than not at all, right?
Yeah,
So
it's so important.
they're not
Yes.
gonna be able to get their health goals managed if they don't use the oils, and
Yeah.
so the roller bottles, always like to show people how to make the potions. So having an empty roller bottle, making sure you bring fractionated coconut oil with you, and then we also have these keychains, which are really fun. They come with these small little sample bottles, and, so it's kind of fun to give people a handful of sample bottles and maybe a keychain, and I usually hang on to the keychain until the end, and I'll show you in a minute why. Well, I also like to bring these books with me. I have different kinds. There's Essential Life, which is a beautiful, it's almost like a coffee table book because it's so pretty. Modern Essentials book is very nice too. It also has like a lot of protocols that are more clinical looking like. Both of these are phone apps, so you can download them on the phone as well. Sometimes I buy these by the case, and but they're very expensive, and sometimes maybe as you're just getting started, it may not be the perfect approach at first. But um, yeah, so the other thing that we want to do is we want to congratulate people, like just let them know that you really appreciate them doing the business with you and that their orders are very appreciative and valuable to you. And that this whole wellness consult is about them. Like this is really important that they know how important this time that you're spending with them is about them. I always like to go through the safety guidelines of the essential oils and just reviewing all these things. A lot of these were talked about in the basic introduction class, but show them the reference guide again, how to use them, which oils are used topically, aromatically, and aroma,
Aromatically.
aromatically. And how to read the bottle, like there's a supplement fact, so you know that that could be taken internally. Um, and then also, this is really important. I like to share with people that essential oils work different on different people. Like Larry, when I first gave him some wild orange, it helped him with some stomach upset that he was dealing with, and he went right to sleep. Wild orange doesn't do that to me. Oh my gosh. And so sometimes when you give people these protocols, tell them that. Set the expectation up wisely and say, just like when you go to a doctor and they prescribe a certain medication and you try it out for a couple weeks and you don't feel any result, you're still dealing with the issue. What do? You go back to the doctor and you tell them what's going on and they'll prescribe you something different, right? And so we want to set the expectation up the same with essential oils. And in my experience, a lot of people don't really tell me everything that's going on with them, especially if I don't have that strong relationship with somebody. They're not going to tell you if they're not pooping every day or things like that, right? And so that could make a big difference on, like, oh, their gut is not happy, but they're telling you they've got a headache. So you're working on headache issues and maybe it's something else that's going on. So that's why I love to show people. the resources so that that way they can do a deep dive themselves. And I will even say exactly what I just said. Like sometimes people aren't 100% honest, or maybe you've been dealing with something for so long, you even forgot that you've been dealing with it, even though you deal with it on a day to day basis. You just kind of realize that it's kind of normal. Like some people feel that way about heartburn or gassy or things like that, right? So basically the safety etiquettes is I always like to talk about the fractionated coconut oil to keep the oils out of the eyes. If they do get it in the eyes, they can simply take the fractionated coconut oil or even maybe avocado oil or um, olive oil and put on a Kleenex and they can just like kind of go over the eye. You don't have to touch the eye. It acts like a magnet. It's just the most bizarre thing, but it pulls the oils right out of the eye very quickly and so that's a nice safety thing. Now, that is another gift that we like to give people when they sign up is a little bottle of fractionated coconut oil so they can keep it in their purse. So they have it just for those emergency reasons. Um, Sometimes some of these oils are very hot. And so, for example, oregano oil, when I first heard, what does hot mean? Like, is it going to burn you when you put it on? Well, some oils just tend to have more of a chemical sensitivity to it. So when you put it on there over and over and over again, that you could be sensitive to your skin. Now, it's it's safe, okay, we're not saying not, but, you want to dilute the oil because it's just maybe too concentrated, and so we like that's another reason why we like to use the roller bottles is you were actually diluting the oils, to get that,
Yeah, some of
um
the oils you can really, really tell the potency because of the purity of the oil. I
Mhm.
mean, for me, it was oregano. You open oregano and you can tell how how potent and pure and just powerful it is.
Yeah, so, you know, they do different things to our body. So like for another thing to be considering is citrus essential oils. If you put on your face or on your skin, and you walk out in the sun, because they have photosynthesis properties to them, that your skin will change a little bit different color. Yeah, it will go away. It's kind of like an instant suntan kind of thing, but it's very uneven. And so you don't want to apply like the citrus oils to your skin and then go out in the sun. Maybe do it at nighttime as a routine. If you're
Yeah.
using like lemon oils, a nice cleanser on your face, those are kind of the time to do that would be in the evening.
So great safety tip.
Yeah. Make sure you learn how to read the labels and stuff like that. And the doTERRA website has really great information on knowing if it's a topical, internal, or aromatic use. And pretty much most of them are always going to hot sensitivity aspect of it. And the best practice is to keep your products from avoiding hot temperatures. Now, I know all over the world we have different temperatures going on. Sometimes in the summer it can get pretty hot. So if you keep it in the
Mhm.
car, might not be such a wise
No,
move, right? If it
no.
gets really hot because they're aromatic compounds. That's why they're in a dark bottle. So it's really important to know.
Very important to keep them at a room temperature in a darker location,
And some
out of
people,
sunlight.
yeah, some people even will store them in the refrigerator. Like if you're in a hotter climate, like maybe in Texas or Florida or
Hmm,
something, some
interesting.
people do keep them in the refrigerator.
Uh-huh.
I know I've heard some people here in town keep them in the refrigerator, but we
Okay.
have not done that and haven't, or for 10 years and don't have any
We live in a
issues with
very
that.
mild climate though
Yeah.
too.
Um, so when you're looking at recipes online about how to make certain potions and things like that, just remember that doTERRA's are essential oils are extremely potent. And so some recipes could be designed for those other kind of oils out there in the marketplace. And when I say that is sometimes depending on the oil, of course, 1 drop of peppermint oil equals 28 cups of peppermint tea. But other essential oil brands they could be making recipes and stuff, and it could require 30 drops of peppermint oil. And hold on, hold the fort. You really only need 1 drop. So really be mindful of the recipe. Maybe do less is more to start out with as you're testing. Write down your recipes so you know. Really seriously, write down your recipes so you can remember what you're doing and what the success is with that.
How many drops you used and stuff.
Yeah. So here's some guides that we were talking about again. These are apps that you can download on your phone. This is the Daily Drop. that doTERRA has, and doTERRA also has an ordering app on for your phone as well. There's the Essential Life, which is good protocols to look up, recipes, DIY stuff. There's also an Essential Emotions app. Oh my gosh, this is just a real game changer. Looking at maybe when people are feeling agitated or irritated, there's oils for that, and it actually could be causing headaches all the time. So it's really amazing how we can map those together.
I love those apps.
And then diffusers are extremely important, and maybe the
Yes.
person that you spoke that you're doing the wellness consult didn't purchase a diffuser. Maybe they didn't get a kit with a diffuser. I always love to talk to people about, diffusers so important to have. The doTERRA diffusers are very good quality. Of course, you can buy diffusers on Amazon or things like that. However, word of caution, those cheaper diffusers, actually, I know people who have had electrical fires and things like that. Not
Mm.
to scare you, but it's very important to make sure that you're getting a quality diffuser that has the right electrical requirements, that it's not that cheap thing from another country that we don't like to talk about from time to time. And so you want to just be careful about that.
And it is something that to get a good quality diffuser from doTERRA because you will find yourself using these every day.
I didn't think we would.
I
It's
didn't
just like,
either. It
and
was yeah,
Cindy's like, "Oh, another thing to buy. Oh my gosh," and
and we
then
had never used a diffuser before.
no, and here when we had the shop, we were using it in the office, and my sister was working with us for a time, and she loved diffusing the peppermint. She said, "Yeah, it just gives me another spring in my step, and it just made me feel." And so there's lots of places that you can use these diffusers, like at work, in your office. You can use it in your bathroom. You can use it in the kitchen if you burn,
Such a great way to try new oils too.
Yeah, there's
You'll find out that there's so many more oils out there that you may not try that you diffuse that you just love. And they have such that aromatic effect has such a wonderful effect on your body and your mood.
And it's interesting too, there's tons of recipes. Like, you can look up a blog and there would be
Oh,
always tons of diffuser recipes. Now, right now, doTERRA is doing an enrollment, free Pebble diffuser with an enrollment. So this is pretty exciting for the United States market. And so if you do, I think it's 150 PV, you will get a free Pebble diffuser. This
wow.
is like a game changer. I think it's
It's
just
a great
so
deal.
amazing. It's pretty awesome. Um, this is my favorite app. Now, my upline Cindy shared this with me just recently.
Hmm.
And this used to be a website when we first started a long time ago, and they were able to convert it into an app for the phone. And so it's not on the internet, it's only on the phone. And it has testimonials, and that's the game changer, you guys. So you can look up the wellness concern, and then you can click on these little buttons down here and look at the oils and then maybe what people are saying about it. And it's just incredible. Great testimonials as you read through. It helps people do a deeper dive on understanding where maybe their root cause is of the situation that they're dealing with.
Yeah, it's a wonderful informative app.
Okay, so the other thing I have to do when I do a wellness consult is I want them to get their computer. So get their computer out if it's a laptop or something and have them put it up, put the doTERRA website up, show them how to log in. Now, when your first time going to your website, it's going to do a verification that you are that person. So if you enrolled with an email and you put your phone number on there, sometimes it will send you a phone text or a verification code to your email, and you want to check either one of those and then use that verification code to get you through to the website. So it's kind of nice to walk people through that.
Yeah.
And then also set up the loyalty reward template. So I'm going to tell people this is some script that you can keep in mind. So I love setting up the computer so I can kind of walk you through things. We're just going to keep it open right now. And as we go through things, I can show you how we can add that to your loyalty reward template. Okay. And then I also like to show them where the blogs are, and I like to show them how to enroll somebody. You guys, this is really a big deal. Most people say, "Oh, I'm not going to do the business." But you know what? We have so many amazing new programs with doTERRA. We got a refer a friend program, and we have that Pebble diffuser thing going on. So a lot of people, once they start using the oils, and I'm okay sharing this with people, I'm going to say, hey, I was never going to do the business ever, right, Larry?
Right,
Yeah.
but it's just organic. You shared more organically, like just
Yeah.
wanting to tell people how they work for you and,
Well, it was just
and
incredible because I couldn't believe how well they worked. And I knew so many people with gut issues and stuff like that. And
and it was so fun to let people experience peppermint.
oh, yeah. And so people are like, oh my God, what is this? And it's just, and you just can't help, share.
It's
It
just
just,
fun.
yeah,
It's
it
just
really is.
really fun.
So it's really important to say, hey, I know you say you're not doing the business, but you're going to enjoy sharing these oils. So what I'm doing is I'm planting a seed. I'm helping people get the idea that it's okay to share and that people love knowing about the oils. And here's what you can do about it if they want to sign up. Okay. Um, okay. So again, we don't need to go through the loyalty reward program thing. I thought I turned this slide off. So we'll just
That's a great slide.
yeah, it definitely is. Okay, so there are three easy ways to use the oil. So we talked about them aromatically, topically, internally. And so some people, you know, just need a refresher course that to drink the oils in a glass of water. Another safety thing is you always want to have it in a glass and not in a plastic container. You can use a metal container and a porcelain cup.
Yeah.
Yeah, but just not in plastic. Here's a plastic water bottle
We don't wanna put oils in there.
and yeah, the like citrus oils especially will eat away at the plastic, and we're trying to detox your body, not add more plastic to your body and stuff. Um, then we are now. We're just getting started in the wellness consult. So all that stuff, we're going to really do a deep dive now and talking about different products. And DoTerra has this wonderful chart called the lifestyle overview or the lifestyle chart, and basically, it starts out with nutrition and digestion at the bottom, and then it goes to movement, metabolism, rest and manage stress, and reduce toxicity. This is the foundation of all that doTERRA is focusing on. And what we do is we like to ask people to think about how is your nutrition and digestion right now? So think about your stomach health and what are you eating? And if you were to rate yourself between 1 and 10, 1 being, oh, I eat crappy, and 10 being, nobody eats better than me, if you were to give yourself a rating, go ahead and put it in this box. And as you go through and think about each of these categories, um, I always like to tell people that, how are you on taking care of yourself? Do you like to do self care? A lot of people tend to have a guilty conscious about that. I know I did. I felt like if I'm taking time taking care of myself, that it was selfish and that I wasn't working hard enough to deserve that. But I laugh, but a lot of people think that way. So and how do you feel about that? And then are you going to the doctors like every year for a yearly checkup and things like that? Now, we love our doctors, they're really important. Our goal here, though, is to not have to go to the doctor every month. We really want to try to focus on working on our immune system and all of these areas of our life that would have us uh, minimally go to the doctor in the first place. So doTERRA has products that map up with each of these areas, and they've color coded them. So nutrition and digestion is all in the green. So as we float through the program here, it will help you map your program. So if you think that when you go through and you put your numbers down and which one has the lowest number series, and then I always like to ask, well, what would it be like if I were to help you up level that 1 point, like, or 2 points? And if we were able to do that, we're going to go through and help you find ways to do that throughout this thing.
Yeah, I mean, those foundational, nutrition and digestive support can really take somebody from a low digit number into a much higher digit number for your health and your nutrition and digestion, and the LLV and the Terrazymes and the probiotics were just worked miracles for people.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. So, inside the Wellness Consult booklet, that Live Guide book, you will have a sheet of paper and it's called the Wellness Consult. And I always like to have people, when they're looking at this chart, they think about different things that they want to work on. And so we want them to maybe just pick top 3 priorities for them and their family. Maybe it's sleeping better, maybe it's digestive issues, maybe it's wanting to lose weight or something like that,
Mhm,
right?
yeah.
And then we want them to be focused on what the goals are with that, and maybe what have they used in the past to focus on that.
Huh.
And maybe it's not working or something like that. So we just want to call attention to all the different things so that they can be present to how much it's cost them over the years and what about their vitality and maybe a loss of work or things like that. Okay, so eating right. This is really fun because there's tons of recipes, drinking a lot of water, adding essential oils to water. doTERRA has great smoothie recipes, oatmeal recipes, just dropping oils and different flavors to zip up the flavor, and then you're introducing the oils into your body. So this is just a nice way to add that.
Just wonderful, simple ideas.
And then washing the produce from pesticides and germs, and maybe there might be some bugs on there or something. So if you soak them and then rinse them, it's really a smart way to protect your body as well. And so here's the nutrition and digestion ideas. So this is like my love. Like I love talking about nutrition and digestion because I have such major stomach issues. And I tell you what, the probiotics and the Terrazyme were life changing for me. And these I feel are a must have in everybody's life. But as we go through and talk about what their issues are, maybe digestive issues aren't on the top of their chart. Maybe they're dealing with something else. And I just want to tell you if they're saying, oh, I've got a bad eczema on my skin. I will guarantee you that if you look up the book and those charts, it always goes back to your gut health. And so, really, gut is the foundation of our body of all the health issues that we have. It's if you don't have a happy gut, your body's not getting the nutrients to the rest of your organs to function properly. So, really, again, this is really important,
Yeah, cleaning up your gut health will solve a lot of problems.
and it's a big eye opener for a lot of people. They would never
It
realize that the eczema on their skin is from their gut.
exactly. I didn't realize that before we started doing the oils and doing this
Mhm.
this program.
And doTERRA has a wonderful lifelong vitality supplement pack that is the number one selling product, and they're incredible. And I remember when Cindy, my friend, said, "Oh, Becky, you need to start taking the supplements." I'm like going, "Oh my gosh, another network marketing company with stupid supplements." And no, I'm not going to be stuck to this reorder thing every month. And I was horrible. I don't know how she still stayed friends with me.
But I'll tell you, from someone who's always taken supplements and always been in search of the best supplements, these are absolutely the best supplements I'd ever tried and have ever used. And they really do make a daily difference and something that you can put in your body, feel good about, know that your body's absorbing this stuff and using it for your benefit and keeping you healthy.
And incredible. Like it is a really important thing to
It's
have.
yeah, it was very vital for, your nutrition and overall health, to be taking a good supplement like the Lifelong Vitality.
Yeah, and so the other thing that we found for me was I because of my food allergies, I couldn't eat very many things, right? I had a very limited diet. And we were struggling with trying to find a protein powder or a smoothie for me to take my supplements with. And we ended up with like a hemp one out of the market, but being allergic to rice and milk and whey and all these things, which are in a lot of those products, doTERRA's doTERRA has a protein powder that's even a vegan blend, and that's the
Mhm.
one I do. This one's just showing the chocolate here, but there's actually three different ones that come with that. And then we also have the doTERRA greens because we all know that our greens are not full of the nutrients that we need on a day-to-day basis. So Larry always throws us in our smoothie, right?
Always a scoop of the greens, and Becky gets a scoop of the vegan blend, which is a plant-based protein. I tend to go with the vanilla, which is the whey protein, and just make wonderful smoothies. Put a cup of fruit in there. You can use almond milk or whatever you choose. We use water and mix that up, and we take our LOV with that. We put a drop of oil in there And I like to use wild orange with the vanilla. It really makes it taste really good. And yeah, that's just a routine we do every morning, and it only takes a few minutes.
Exactly. And then I take the fiber at night, right? So
Yes.
that's before we go to bed, we will take a scoop of that, and that really is just so important, especially as we age, our digestive system kind of slows down a little bit. So again, it's really important to keep things moving through your body. And so you can see, just as we're talking about the nutrition and digestion, there's a lot there that we covered. And that's one of the reasons why I really like having the handout, and I leave it behind so that they can write notes and circle things that they may want to consider and or add it to the loyalty reward template as we have it there. So here's one of Larry's favorite pages that we'd love to talk about exercise.
Yeah,
Um,
exercising and working out, and everybody likes to do things. Everybody has a hobby, and whether it be running or playing soccer or whatever they're doing, but everybody's going to get aches and pains. And the Deep Blue Rub is just one of the most fantastic products I've ever used. And Deep Blue is such an amazing product in that it does work very quickly on sore muscles and aches and joints and stuff like that, and we've had people have instant effects with that right away, and just immediately want to enroll because that product has brought them so much relief.
oh, it's just so many testimonials on that. It's
And
just
it also
incredible.
now, a few years ago, they came out with the Deep Blue Stick, which has an additional oil, a copaiba oil in there, that is wonderful for pain relief and in soothing muscle aches and pains. And it's a roll-on, so you don't actually have. Some people have a problem with getting that cream on their hand, but it does quickly and leaves it non-greasy. But you probably should wash your hands a bit after you use that. But with the roll-on, it's kind of a go. It's a good thing that people like to keep in a gym bag or something like that. And it's just very easy to apply without having to put the rub on your hands.
And you like the deep blue polyphenols too, right?
I do love the deep blue polyphenols. Those are something that I take when my knee is giving me a little bit of problem, and and also like to do the turmeric gel caps, the dual capsules there too.
Yeah, and when you take, some people struggle with a lot of pain issues, and the turmeric dual capsules, I've had people say, well, I'm not going to do doTERRA's because it doesn't have, like, when you take turmeric, you hear a lot about it needing to have black pepper to make it bioavailable.
Yeah, the absorption
And
factor of it.
remember, these are essential oils, they're going to be bioavailable. And it's actually, you're safe. You got the oil component because the dual chamber capsule, part of it is the oil from the plant, and the other part of it is the coumarins. Or you got the coumarins and the coumarins are the powder aspect of the turmeric, but they've actually done the work of boiling open the um, the turmeric to make it bioavailable. And so when you put those two together, it's like a power pack of amazing stuff with the turmeric. So they doTERRA, believe me, has thought all those things through. So definitely one of the better products you could,
Super
yeah.
absorbable and works fantastic.
And of course, copaiba is another product that doTERRA has. And this copaiba is it also comes in an oil, but this is a pill form. And it's CB2, right?
Yes.
So when you're talking about like pot and all the different properties that pot has, well, this is not pot.
Well, yeah, it's not a hemp product because this comes from a copaiba tree in Brazil, and so it comes from the sap of the tree. So that's where the oil comes from, and so it doesn't have any of the um, so I'm trying to think of the properties
The
that
mind
the
altering
CB2
properties.
has,
Yeah.
but it doesn't have that, and so it's very healthy to use, and so super effective. So, that's something that I often take with the turmeric dual chamber capsules.
Yeah, and it's supposed to be very supportive with uneasiness or pain
Yeah, so
support.
people who have chronic, joint pains,
Hmm.
those are two products that are very, very useful,
Very supportive.
along with the deep blue
Hmm.
rub or the deep blue stick with the copaiba in it.
Yeah, and I love the Max. I've been sometimes I go through phases where I stay up later at night helping my team, and then I wake up really early in the morning. So sometimes I need a little bit of extra boost, and that help me get through the day. Okay, so the Meta Power is a brand new product that doTERRA came out with, and we're just so delighted. We have a whole nother program on the Meta Power that I would love for you to take and look at. The Meta Power um, is a wonderful series. It's a metabolic support. It comes in four delivery systems. So we have the MetaPower gel capsules, the oil, and the beadlets and the gum. And these are basically all the exact same thing. They're comprised of five oils, and it was just a different way to keep them in your body so that helps curb the hunger and keeps your metabolic levels more consistent. Then we also have the step two, which is the metabolic assist or MetaPower metabolic assist. And this is you take before you're large from absorbing. It takes the long chain, you have two different kinds of carbohydrates. You have the short chain and the long chain. And the long chain is slower absorbing into your body. So this basically will change the way your body absorbs carbohydrates and takes those short chains and has your body treat them more like a long chain so that you're leveling out the insulin effects of what carbs
Yeah,
do to
so
your
it
body.
really helps support, your blood sugar regulation already and keeping it more in a normal range. And so that you're not getting those spikes and those dips.
Exactly. And then we have the collagen powder. And so you're going to want to take this. I would suggest taking this after you take your pills, or we take it before we take our pills, excuse me, like in the morning with cold water, mix it up, take it before you get started with your day. And then we take our supplements like a couple hours later. So there's some things about that. And here's like some ideas of a daily routine. But if you want to learn more about the MetaPower, this is another thing that we like to do is share with people different training areas. We have all these videos, and at this time, I would show them where that is, or and they can go to this website as well.
Yeah, the MetaPower class is very, very good.
How is your sleep? So prioritizing your sleep is so important. So doTERRA has amazing products for sleep. We got Serenity and lavender and Serenity soft gels, and I go through and take those soft gels from time to time. And then we've got different oils that support that. We got a child's blend that's a little bit more diluted for the kids. And then stress, of course, stress. How's your stress these days, Larry?
Well, some days you'll find yourself a little more anxious and a little more stressed out. Things happen, life happens, and so that's why the diffuser is so important. And these oils to diffuse them are great. And we use our diffuser at night when we go to bed too. And so they're just so effective is a calming and grounding effect on your mood and just kind of balancing.
And I've noticed that too, a lot of people are struggling with their health when it comes to emotional support and adaptive. Has three delivery systems. So if you're struggling with emotional support, this is really huge. I mean, I go through phases, and this is just a beautiful oil that I absolutely know that is part of my daily routine
It's
now.
wonderful for anxiety and stress.
Yeah. Okay, so we have a whole program on a detox program for
Uh-huh.
the gut health, and this is also again I can reference you to a 30-day program that you can follow. I'm an expert when it comes to gut health, and so I would love to be able to support you in showing you how each of these products will really help you with the cleanse. So if this person is interested in doing a cleanse, then you would set them up with that right away, get them going on that. Here are some other oils that they may consider depending on different areas of the body that they're working on. And so it's nice to show people that these different oils can be considered for different things. Like fennel oil tends to be one of my favorite, and I did not know that including cellulite and fluid retention is really great for that. So,
I
yeah,
mean, learning about the oils is so much fun
you
because there's so many hidden gems in there.
and here's some different recipes. So showing people how to make ruler bottle recipes or something like that is just a really nice thing to do too. Okay, and then so here's the biggie, you guys. This is one of the really cool things when I think about the chemicals that we buy to clean our home with. That, we wonder why we get cancer and stuff. I mean, it has to be all these things that are adding up, right? And so here, doTERRA has a whole home cleaning line. They actually have got three different scents. They got the Bode, and we've got the Citrus Bloom, and then we've got the On Guard. And so these are all very antiviral, antibacterial. You can get a dishwashing pods or the liquid dishwashing soap. You can get a multi-purpose surface cleaner, and that also comes in the On Guard too. I tend to really love the On Guard one, don't you, Larry?
I do too. I use that. We use that for our counter cleaners and for our spray cleaners in the counters in the restrooms too.
And then we've got the laundry soap here and the hand foaming soap, and the doTERRA came out with these beautiful, nice glass bottles that you can use these. And one of the goals is to really help minimize shipping plastics and big liquids, so that they're starting to really make the products in recyclable containers. So like this is all aluminum recycle and it's really super small, and then you add water to it to fill it up. So pretty cool. Okay, so here's a natural self-care. So when we're talking about the next level, what do you do for self-care? And doTERRA came out with like a wonderful suntan or sun care. Um,
Line this past summer.
yeah, so this has like a 30 SPF and 40 SPF and has all this skin nutrient product oils in it. And of course, we're
Without any of the harmful ingredients that were in other, sunscreen products,
you
that
know,
many of have been taken off the market, in
mhm.
fact.
Yeah, it's, incredible. They were supposed to, use this suntan lotion to prevent cancer, and here they were finding that it actually was causing cancer. Go figure, right? Isn't that just annoying? And then the toothpaste, again, we talked about that earlier.
Yeah, the toothpaste is amazing. You're gonna see a big difference in the health of your teeth and your gums.
And you really like the
It
mouthwash too, don't
I
you?
love the mouthwash and I love the toothpaste.
I haven't bought
Both
the.
of them just taste wonderful.
I got to put the mouthwash on the LRP. I haven't done that one in a while, have I?
No,
And then the shampoo, we've been using the bar, and the I'm actually really liking it.
it's convenient and it just works just as wonderfully as the liquid shampoo.
Yeah, and I think actually this is really easy to travel with. It's not a liquid, it doesn't spill in your suitcase. And then the conditioner's really
And
nice.
the conditioner is also a bar.
Yeah, and yeah, so this new health
Hair care
hair
line.
care line is just very concentrated, so you only need a little bit. Of course, I love the invigorating scrub for my face. I just love the whole facial line here. It just smells amazing. And so you want to think about, again, we talked earlier about how many chemicals you put on your body before you go to work in the morning. And it's amazing how we have been able to change out all these products that we used to use with the doTERRA's product line. So just really powerful. And I don't have any deodorant
So
showing on here. We even have a
so
deodorant.
many wonderful things there that can help just detoxify the things that we used to clean our homes with and things we used to clean our bodies with.
Yeah, I mean, like, we didn't even go through half of the stuff because we've got the spa line, we got the masks and the muds, we've got the soaps for the body
So
soaps,
many
and
wonderful products.
yeah, lotions and creams. So, yeah. Okay, so basically, this is just all about informing you with self care. And again, having things on the go, like with these soft, on guard soft gels and throat drops. Say that 10 times really fast. And then we got the doTERRA Breathe Oil, which is really good for respiratory support. And during the pandemic, you guys, these are really powerful to have with you in case you feel like somebody's sick around you. I usually just would pop in an on guard drop just to kind of give myself a little bit more feeling of security, but nice to have.
Something great to have in your cupboards.
Then we have this hand sanitizer and gel, and then we've got a Correct X. So in case you fall and scrape yourself like she did, you can use some of the Correct X.
Just a great natural ointment for skin irritations.
Hmm. And then the On Guard beadlets, and just convenient things to have in your purse as you're running about day to day life. And this is the keychain that I promised I'd share with you. And if you decided that you would like to host a class, I would love to give you this keychain. And this keychain, we would fill it up with one peppermint, and you can go around and share the peppermint oil and use some of the other oils that you've gotten. And then with every person you have at your class that actually signs up, I will fill up the rest of those oil bottles with each person who enrolled with an oil that you don't have. And so, one of the things that we're sharing here, though, it's really nice to have the most popular oils inside your keychain and carry it with you, like in your purse. Larry used to keep it on your belt buckle.
Yeah, I used to keep it on my belt buckle, when we worked, and it was because you just needed that oil at different times of the day, and you always had it at your fingertips.
Yeah, it's just really fun.
Now I keep it in the car.
Yeah. So again, we want to go through and we look at on the wellness life chart and looking at the different oils that go through and the different products that address each area of the need. Loyalty reward program, such as the Daily Habits Kit. Maybe you didn't invest in the lifelong vitality supplements and you want to maybe look at the probiotics and the enzymes, and this is a really nice kit to maybe include in your loyalty reward program. And when you do that, you are actually getting the oils at a little bit different discounted rate than if you were to buy them individually. Maybe we've talked about the MetaPower system and you want to add that to your next LRP.
Yes.
Um, and so there's just a lot of really cool stuff here that you can always take a look at and see. So it's really important to go through and fill in all the different areas that you want to focus on. This chart here does a pretty good job. Like in the morning, you're going to take your lifelong vitality. We suggest two of each in the morning, and then one to two digest Zen Terrazymes, and then a sachet of the MetaPower. Now, let me be mindful here. You don't want to take these two together because the Terrazyme is designed to break down your food and get it through your system quickly. And the MetaPower you want actually to absorb into your body. So take these apart from each other, like maybe 2 hours apart. And then the essential oils you're going to do is maybe drinking the lemon oil in the water. Take the frankincense and rub on the roof of your mouth, under your tongue, or the bottom of your feet, and the balance oils. The other oils I like to use is the Intune,
Yeah.
and I said balance. And so, as you're focused on what your personal goals are, maybe you have anxiety, we want to add the balance to it, and so forth. Now, then again, we're talking about in the afternoon adding the other two capsules of the Alpha CRS and the Microplex VMZ and the Omega, which is a lifelong vitality. And maybe you want to take a digestin. And then here are some oils you can consider. And as you go through this, we would customize it to what your needs are, right? And then in the evening, maybe we're adding the MetaPower stuff to it. And again, frankincense. And then I would actually do the Serenity for night.
Hmm.
And the I would actually take
The Serenity pills,
the
or
fiber.
yeah, fiber.
Yeah. So I again, the fiber you want to take right before you go to bed because it's something where you want to take it separately from your supplements and stuff too. Okay. Again, we're looking at the 90-day plan. So maybe 1 month you put this here, the next month you add something else, and the next month. So you have it all kind of figured out on what you're going to do and budget it out, figure out what your total PV is. And again, you can see that if you order at least 50 PV every month, you're going to increase up the ladder. So the first 3 months, 10%, and the next 3 months it's 15, the next 3 months, and so on, it jumps up. So also another way to take advantage of deeper discounts is if you order the lifelong vitality supplements, up comes an additional box where you can actually purchase these items at a discounted rate. Did you know that, Larry?
I did not know that.
Oh, I think you
Yep, and he
did.
told me that.
And so, which is really cool. It's almost just not quite half price. So this is the big deal, you guys. So sometimes people will purchase a lifelong vitality, and this kit here is normally 85, 90, 89.50, and you can actually get it for $65 if you got it on the little extra
Wow.
customized area. So really a smart way to add to your things. Again, we would connect you to the different resources here. product education, chemistry, the oils, all that good stuff. And you want to connect to the Facebook page. If you're an Instagram user, definitely connect to the doTERRA Instagram page. Tons of recipes on doTERRA's Pinterest page, which is really fun to look at. And of course, doTERRA has a DIY recipe and product blog and business blog. I always like to look at these third party websites. One is called sourcetoyou.com. It's also uh, provided by doTERRA, but it's actually part of a third party company where they do the testing of the oils. And then Aromatic Science is another. Uh, if you're a scientific person, it's very scientific with the protocols and research that they've come up with some of the products. So now we're almost done, you guys. Thank you so much for allowing me to spend time with you and going through. Larry and I just love talking about the oils. And, maybe as we were going through and talking about the oils, you may have thought of people in your life that you would like to introduce them. And I would like to invite you to let's do a class. Not only will this be really wonderful for having people around you in your life using the oils, it's really great because you can support each other in different protocols and things like that. And it may be enough money as you share that you can actually pay for your oils. So wouldn't you like to get your stuff for free? Wouldn't that be great? And we always love to talk about the earned income and the financial support, but the flexibility, if you decide to maybe do this full time, like Larry and I are doing, we're working from home and we get to travel around the world. It's just been really amazing adventure, right? That's for sure. The personal growth, we've been doing a lot of fun with personal growth and more so than I've ever known. And again, it's just something about being connecting and belonging to different things. Like people just knowing when people come over and we make sourdough bread or we do different things. It's just a lot of fun to be able to come together and appreciate each other.
Yeah.
So we also have a program now that's called Refer a Friend. And so maybe you're not interested in building a business. We get that. It's not for everybody, but you want to share with people. And doTERRA's came up with a Refer a Friend that you get a link on the back of your website and you can share that with somebody. Maybe you're talking to them about the wonderful deep blue, or you're talking to them about the meta power, and you just share with them this link, and you will actually earn doTERRA dollars to use towards purchasing your products. So this is just a wonderful way for people who just don't feel like doing the business. Now, show them how they can earn from sharing with others. Of course, we have all these classes where we can go through and talk to you about how to build a business and stuff like that. If you're interested, you can scan these QR codes and or talk to me later about all the commissions and the different ways that you can earn a living. Now more than ever, people are looking for a side gig. I mean, the world is it's very expensive to buy groceries these days, and why not have an extra income on the side and or really take on and give yourself some financial freedom of doing this business full time. So really the sum of the success is the small efforts repeated day in and day out. So if you're looking for your natural health solutions, I love this quote and felt like it was something that I needed to share with you to let you know that it's not all in at one time. It's usually best to just do a little bit at a time, and then you'll see those efforts, like even just in a few weeks, it'll make a huge difference. So, yeah, so we just want to thank you for being with us today. Did you have anything else you wanted to share, Larry?
No, I just hope everybody got a lot out of this class and the importance of doing the wellness consult and introducing these products and show them all all the versatility that the oils have and in all the health benefits some of these products can bring in there.
Wonderful. And give us a call if you have any questions. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.